Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. So today we continue to read Bhagavad-Gita book, Bhagavad-Gita as it is, written by His Glorious Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. And today we will read verses 32, 33, 34, 35. Chapter 1, Bhagavad-Gita as it is. So let's start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavad-Gita as it is, chapter 1, verses 32 to 31. Kim no rajyena govinda, kim bhogairji vitenava, yasham arthe kankshitam no, rajyam bhogah Sukhanicham Taimeva Asthitayudhe Pranam Styaktva Dhananicham Acharyah Pitarach Putras Tathaiva Cha Pitamahach Matulach Svasurach Pautrach Syalach Sampanthinas Tatha Etanna Hantum Ichhami Khnatopi Madhusudanam Apitrailokya Rajyasya Hitoh Kim Numa Mahikrite Nihatya Dhartarashtranach Kapritich Syajanardanam. Translation. O Govinda, of what avail to us a kingdom, happiness, or even life itself when all those whom we may desire then are now arrayed on this battlefield? O Madhusudana, when teachers, fathers, sons, grandfathers, maternal uncles, father-in-law, grandsons, brothers-in-law, and other relatives are ready to give up their lives on purposes and standing before me, why should I wish to kill them when though they might otherwise kill me? O Mainter of all living entities, I am not prepared to fight with them even in exchange for the 3 worlds, let alone this age. What pleasure we will desire to king, what pleasure we will derive from killing the sons of Dhritarashtra. Purport. Arjuna has addressed Lord Krishna as Govinda because Krishna is the object of all pleasures for cause and senses. By using this significant word, Arjuna indicated that Krishna should understand what will satisfy Arjuna's senses. But Govinda is not meant for satisfying our senses. If we try to satisfy the senses of Govinda, however, when automatically our own senses are satisfied. Materially, everyone wants to satisfy his senses, and he wants God to be the order supply for such satisfaction. the Lord will satisfy the senses of the living entities as much as they deserve, but not to the extent that they may covet. But when one takes the opposite way, namely, when one tries to satisfy the senses of Govinda without desiring to satisfy one's own senses, then by the grace of Govinda and all desires of the living entity are satisfied. Arjuna's deep affection for community and family members is exhibited, were partly due to his natural compassion for them. He is therefore not prepared to fight. Everyone wants to show this opulence to friends and relatives, but Arjuna fears that all his relatives and friends will be killed on the battlefield and he will be unable to share his opulence after victory. This is typical calculation of material life. The transcendental life, however, is different. Since a devotee wants to satisfy the desires of the Lord, he can, Lord willing, accept all kinds of opulence for the serving of the Lord, and if the Lord is not willing, he should not accept a fighting. Arjuna did not want to kill his relatives, and if there were any need to kill them, he desired that Krishna will kill them personally. At this point, he did not know that Krishna had already killed them before their coming into the battlefield, and that he was only to become an instrument for Krishna. This fact is disclosed in following chapters. As a natural devotee of the Lord, Arjuna did not like to retaliate against his miscreants, cousins and brothers, but it was the Lord's plan that they should all be killed. The devotee of the Lord does not retaliate against the wrongdoer, but the Lord does not tolerate many mischief done to the devotee by the miscreants. The Lord can excuse a person on his own account, but he excuses no one who has done harm to his devotee. Therefore the Lord has determined to kill the miscreants. Although Arjuna wanted to excuse them. So on these verses we can read about that Arjuna don't want to kill his relatives and cousins, brothers and fathers, but Krishna wanted to kill them, and Arjuna wanted that Krishna satisfy his senses, and he wanted that Krishna say, Arjuna, please, don't kill them, you can go to the forest. No, Krishna don't want it. Krishna want that Arjuna kill sons of Dhritarashtra and sons of Dhritarashtra. And on this purport, Srila Prabhupada writes that the Lord will satisfy the senses of the living entities as much as they deserve. It's a very important point, because sometimes we want to Lord to satisfy our senses, to be order supplier, to do our own order and etc. But Srila Prabhupada writes that it's not. Because yes, Lord is satisfies the senses of the living entities as much as they deserve, but not to expand that they may covet. But Srila Prabhupada writes on the next senses. But when one takes the opposite way, namely, when one tries to satisfy the senses of Govinda without desiring to satisfy one's own senses, then, by the grace of Govinda, all desires of the living entity are satisfied. So, I think that on this I stopped, and we will read on the next time, next verse, and what is happen, will happen, what to Krishna will to answer to Arjuna on his senses. So thank you for watching this video till the end. We will continue to read on the next time. See you on the next time. Hare Krishna, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.